Stabbing potatoes seems to be an inevitable part of digging them out of the ground. Even with years of experience, I still manage to damage some of the buried tubers, but I have developed a few techniques to try to reduce the amount of waste. I have been experimenting with using a large 4-tined hay fork, also called a pitchfork or a manure fork, to dig out the potato crops rather than using a standard garden fork. I found that the longer, thinner, and more curved tines and the slightly curved handle makes it easier to dig more horizontally under the soil and hopefully under all of the potatoes to lever them out of the ground or to at least loosen the soil and bring them towards the surface. With the straighter tines of the type of garden or digging fork that is common around here, I find it more difficult to get underneath the potatoes without bending over a lot more. Essentially, a hay fork like this is designed to be pushed more horizontally, whereas a garden fork is designed to be pushed vertically or at a slight angle into the soil, digging out a smaller clump of soil and potatoes at a time. Of course, when using a hay fork for this digging task, I need to be careful to not bend the thinner tines, and this may only be possible with the lighter soils that we have, and I depend on the really good quality steel the tool that I have is made from. The wider spacing between the tines means that more of the potatoes will slip through, so I end up having to dig more to bring them to the surface, and with each stab of the fork into the soil, it increases the chance that I actually hit a potato. But at least when I do strike a potato, the thinner and sharper tines of the hay fork seem to cause less damage, and more of the potato can be salvaged. I find the only way to really reduce the damage of potatoes is to use this fork mainly to loosen the soil from the edges and from below, and to do the rest of the digging by hand, but that can be more work. I'm not convinced that the hay fork is the best tool overall for this task, but for now it's a tool that I grab when I head out to dig out more of the potatoes that are still in the ground.